Hello everyone, Karthik here. Welcome to the first video in our AZ-204 preparation series. If you're looking to become an Azure Developer Associate, you're in the right place. But before we dive deep into these specific services, we need to cover some fundamental concepts in Azure. Think of it as building a house. You need a solid foundation first. So come. Why Azure Fundamentals? The AZ-204 exam focuses on developing solutions, but developing means more than just writing code. It means knowing where your code lives, how it's organized, who has access, and how much it costs. Without understanding the Azure core organizational structure, you'll feel lost when trying to deploy your beautiful .NET Core Web API or Angular application. Today, we will demystify these terms: Azure Account, management group, subscription, resource groups, and finally resource themselves. And we'll use a real world, or rather a pretend real world example, which is my new app, MentorByKarthik. Azure Account, your gateway to the cloud. First up, your Azure Account. This is your personal or organizational identity with Microsoft Azure. When you first sign up for Azure, you create an account. This account is tied to a Microsoft Entra ID tenant. Think of this as your organizational digital directory in Azure. It's how Azure knows who you are, what organization you belong to, and what permissions you might have. It's your ultimate gateway to the Azure portal, where we'll be spending a lot of time. So for example, in our MentorByKarthik app, the organization owning the app, they have a primary Azure account. This account is linked to their company's Microsoft Entra ID tenant, which manages all their employees' identities and access. Management groups, the umbrella for governance. Now, let's talk about management groups. Imagine you are a large organization with many different projects, teams, or even departments. Each of these might need its own set of Azure resources. If you just had individual subscriptions, managing policies, compliance, and access across them could be messy. Management groups acts as an umbrella. If you look at this, sitting above your subscription. So they allow you to group multiple subscriptions together and apply the governance policies like Azure policies, role-based access control, which is also called as RBAC, at a high level, right? At this level. So this means any policy that you apply here at the management group automatically applies to all of the subscription and resources underneath. Subscriptions, the billing and resources boundary. So next is we have subscription. A subscription is a fundamental unit in Azure. It's the logical container for all of your Azure resources, but more importantly, it's your billing boundary. Everything you deploy within a subscription gets billed to that subscription. It also has certain resources, limits, and quota. For example, a subscription might have a limit on the number of virtual machines you can deploy or the total storage capacity. Subscriptions also serve as a security boundary. So you can grant specific users or groups access to the entire subscription using the RBAC. Now, we are getting granular. Here comes the resource group lifecycle. So resource groups are containers that hold related resources for an Azure solution. So the key here is related and lifecycle. So remember that. You group resources together that you want to manage as a single unit, especially those that might deploy, update, and delete together. For example, if you have a web application, its database and its storage account, and that all works together, you'll put them in a same resource group, which we will see as we start building the resources. If you delete that resource group, all the resources inside it are also deleted. Alright, so let's put it all together, see how everything flows, like from your high level Azure account through management groups for organizational governance, down to the subscription for billing and broader access, and then followed by the resource group to logically bundle related components, and finally the individual resources that powers your application like MentorByKarthik app. Alright, so let's do a quick recap why it matters for AZ-204. So we have like your accounts, which is your identity management group, like nothing but the governance umbrella. Next is the subscription that comes under the billing and broader access, and resource group where lifecycle and related resources are grouped together, and the actual resources itself. Okay, so basically what happens is AZ-204 will ask you to deploy these kind of things, like that the exam is all about deploying, manage, secure, monitor resources and all of these things. So you should be knowing cost management, security and access control like RBAC, policy enforcement, deployment automation, ARM, bicep. So all of these things needs to be covered. So let's wrap it up. Your Azure account is your personal or organizational entry point. Management groups are nothing but it's a one that provides an enterprise-wide governance across multiple subscription, because subscription comes under the management group. Okay, and then subscriptions are for the billing and broader resource segregation. After that, resource group, they are logically grouping more than one resources, and also the life cycles thing. Finally, the resource itself, which you actually use it for your application. So for AZ-204, this understanding is fundamental. You'll be asked to deploy the resources, apply security management costs, and all of these actions are scoped for these organizational unit. When you're deploying a .NET Core app or any other app, you'll be choosing a subscription under resource group, and when you're setting up the CI/CD pipeline, you'll be need the right permission scoped at the right level. So this hierarchy isn't just a theory, so it's how you interact with the Azure every single day. So in our next video, we'll be actually going through the steps of creating a free Azure account, setting up your very first resource group in the Azure portal, subscription management group, and so you can start getting hands-on. And if this video was helpful, please hit that like button, leave a comment with any questions, and subscribe for more AZ-204 content. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech tutorials. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Happy coding!